Well, here we go again.
Yes, we do.
Do you like doing this?
I do. I like doing anything with you, though.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, you're my best friend.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I am Jennifer Martin's best friend, Bryan Martin.
And I hope I am Bryan Martin's best friend, Jennifer Martin.
And we're recording our real estate love video blog for today. And today we're going to be talking about work-life balancing.
Balancing, not balance.
No. Mm-mm. So, I have this, I like to wash my feet.
Yes, I know you do.
And so I wash my feet in the shower.
Yes.
And there's no place to sit down.
No.
So
No.
I have to take my foot and bring it up. And have you ever done that before?
Yes.
Yeah. And can I ask you a personal question?
You can.
How good are you at sitting there or standing there on one leg?
I'm really good because my coach on my Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings when I'm at the gym works diligently on making sure that I can balance.
Well, good for you, because it's challenging for me. I have to grab my leg and pull it up, and then I have to position my back in such a way, and then I have to squat down just a little bit so that the gravity of center is lower. And then I have to remember to breathe. And then while I'm doing all that, I have to lather up my foot and wash it. And I can't do it for more than just a few seconds at a time.
Oh, you need more practice then.
No, I think it's a beautiful metaphor about work-life balance.
Well, tell me about that.
I don't really think there is such a thing as work-life balance.
Well, my experience with life in general is that we're constantly balancing, kind of like the airplane pilot. They're always correcting their flight pattern.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
They don't just hold on and go straight.
I just thought they pushed the button and it took them to where they were going.
No, they have to constantly be watching and recorrecting. So I think that's kind of what life is.
In the Millionaire Real Estate book, I noticed the other day, it said counterbalancing.
Huh.
I like that term.
I have to think about that.
Okay. But I think that, in fact, I don't think this, I know this, that throughout the history of humanity, people have always been struggling. And the struggle is for one thing. Do you know what that one thing is? It's survival.
Correct.
And survival isn't a balancing act. Survival is just doing everything you can do to make sure that your family is fed and has shelter and is protected. Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
And protected from predators and enemies and things like that.
That's right.
That's deeply in our DNA, and that's not balancing. That's surviving.
I understand that.
Yeah, but a lot of people have the idea that there's a way for us to achieve a perfect harmony in life. Remember that old Christian song that we used to sing in church? 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, there really is no simple life. The gift, the real gift,
is life.
Is life itself, and taking it and controlling it.
You know, Ryan, I think the balance and happiness have kind of pervaded most people's mindset in thinking that we should, that should word, we should be happy and we should be balanced.
The right state of being is balanced and happy.
Right. And
that the correct way to exist is balanced and happy.
And I don't think that's true.
No, it's not true at all.
No.
Happiness, by the way, is an emotion, and it is a function of brain chemicals. It is neurons, and it is chemicals and electrons all working together in a certain way to create a temporary state where you feel happy.
Well, and I think more than being happy, what we should try to achieve is fulfillment, purpose,
Competence.
competence. I love that word,
Competence,
competence.
yes.
Uh-huh.
And because what we want to do is that life is essentially a sequence of problems.
It is.
And every single day, in fact, we've already had problems today,
Yeah.
and we've dealt with them. Every single day is a sequence of problems that come up, and we have this wonderful God-given ability to control our problems and to solve our problems.
Well, and not only control our problems, but control the way we think about our problems.
Exactly. And thinking is let's talk about the number one tool for creating the feeling of competence in your life and having a sense of mastery over everything and creating something that's similar but better than balancing. And that number one thing is controlling your thoughts.
It's true.
It is true. Every single moment of every single day, except for when you're unconscious during sleep, you have total control over your thoughts and your emotions.
You know, this is really interesting because one of the things I do, and I think I've shared this before, but when I get upset or when I lose something, like a transaction, or something really bad is happening, even though I don't wear a watch, I look at my wrist and I say, how long are you going to be angry about this? And sometimes if it's a really big deal, I'll go, well, yeah, I'm going to give myself 2 hours.
Wow.
And then most of the time I go, I'm over it, or I need another 15 minutes. And I then actually look at the clock, figure out what time that is. And then when that time is up, I say, okay, now I'm through, move on. And to me, that's the way I control.
It is. That's
my
a
emotions.
Superb example of controlling. Yeah, that's a technique that you've learned, that you're comfortable with, and that you like to use, and you can control it. I'm done with this in 15 minutes. I'm done with this, and then you move on.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful way of controlling. And we have a lot more control than we realize. And there's in our thoughts and controlling our thoughts, there's some specific things that we need to control our thoughts about in order for us to feel competent and to have that balancing that people are looking for. The first thing about our thoughts is to control our thoughts about who we are in the world. And the I am statement.
Uh-huh.
So I have a friend, and she has a problem, and so she identifies herself by her problem. I am ill. I am, I have
this or that.
It's not I have this problem. I am this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And frankly, that's what a lot of people think, and it's because they're stuck in what psychologists and researchers call system one thinking. And system one thinking is that automatic thought that just comes to your mind, just pops into your mind. It's like 1 + 1 is
2.
And then you don't even have to say 2. Before it was even formed in your mouth, you knew what that was. And it was, but when I say to you, for instance, a bat and a ball cost $1.10.
Yeah, you did this last week.
Yeah, I know. It's a good one, isn't it?
Now I know the answer.
But you have to think about it. You have to think about the problem, and you have to figure out what you're going to do, and then you have to move forward. That's system 2 thinking. And having balance or being balanced in your life is controlling your thoughts about every aspect of your life. And that is a system 2 process.
I recently am working with a client. I don't understand all that she's going through. I know she's going through a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And her responses to the contract and to the person who is wanting to buy the contract are extreme. And so the other agent sent me a message the other day and said, why is she so extreme? Why isn't she trying to get this done? And I was really proud of my response, proud being meaning I had to wait for system 2 thinking to happen, because of course my first response was, I don't know, people are crazy. And then I thought, no, 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 no. I don't know what this woman is going through. I'm not walking in her shoes. I don't know what else is happening in her life. And so that's how I responded to the agent. I said, you know what? I know it feels extreme, and I know I don't know all that's happening in her life. And so I was really glad, because I feel like that by doing that also um, helped the other agent reframe, instead of us getting caught up in the what it should be, and the anger or the emotion of the transaction. We were able to step back and say, you know what, we don't know what's happening.
Yeah, and so that's the second step for achieving this balancing, is being able to say to yourself about the other people, I don't know what's going on with them, but they're able to deal with life. I mean, she's a 50-something-year-old woman, right?
Right.
And she has this long history of being able to function pretty well in life. I mean, she goes to the grocery store, she interacts with people,
She works.
She's competent at some particular level, and there's something going on in her life that we don't know about that's making her act differently. And so we have to say, well, she's a what I call a miracle person.
Right.
She's a miracle person.
Because we're each miracles.
Yeah, and so I don't think she's stupid. I don't think she's a jerk. I don't think that she's ill.
I don't think she's intentionally trying to create problems.
No, she's not intentionally trying to be difficult. And she's just, something's going on and what the beautiful gift that we have as people is that we can say, okay, she's got something going on, and well, I'm going to give that to her. I don't know what it is. I can't fix her. I can't change her at this particular time. I'm not the person, the place, the time, or the situation for that to happen.
So as you were talking, I started thinking, to me, balancing is that control. It's just like you said, it's controlling the number one.
It's control.
It's controlling our thoughts.
It's controlling our thoughts.
And I envision a person riding a bicycle, right?
Uh-huh.
Riding a bicycle is you're constantly balancing.
Yes.
And so it's when our emotions get involved that we get unsteady.
Right.
And it's when we have our emotions controlled and we're using that system 2 thinking, right, that our bike is able to ride.
Right. Do you remember the Jerry Seinfeld series?
I do.
That was fun.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that Jerry Seinfeld used to always say was, hey, wait a minute.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing for us to do, is to pull a Jerry Seinfeld when we're finding ourselves in system 1 thinking, and to say, hey, wait a minute. Like, there's something going on here, and we need to pay attention and see what else is happening.
I love that.
Isn't it? It's a beautiful, beautiful way to do it. Hey, wait a minute. I found myself saying that more and more these days. But that's a really great way to bring a sense of balance and balancing into our interactions with people, because what we're wanting to do more than anything else is to control our time, control our space, and all of that involves the way that we think about other people. And that's a profound and a really great thought.
I love that thought. Thank you.
Yeah. Do we have time to talk about one more, or do we need to wind things down?
What one more thing do you want to talk about?
Well, besides controlling our thoughts, we actually need to control our time. And it's time. We have to think about controlling our time.
Bryan, we do have a big event happening here at the office this morning. Right. And so I'm thinking that probably in controlling our time, we probably should.
Let's wrap this up then.
Wrap this up, yeah.
All right, great. Hey, if you happen to be watching this and you're an agent in our office, there's an important meeting you need to be at in a few minutes.
Hey, can we say hi to everybody?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Arlene.
Hi, Chuck.
Hi, David.
And Clint.
And hi, Monica. How are you doing?
So nice of you to join us. Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us today. I'm Bryan Martin.
And I'm Jennifer Martin.
And this is Real Estate Lab. Jennifer and I are experts in the field of real estate, and we're also experts in the field of love. We have a lot of personal experience.
We do.
And so we share this with our audience every week. It's our passion and our desire to empower real estate agents, especially, and all of our affiliates, so that they can have, so they can strengthen their home and they can build their business. And we believe and we know that we have insights that we can share that can help. And so that's the purpose of what we do every week. So thank you once again for watching, and you can watch it again on our YouTube channel, Real Estate Love, or you can always visit back here and see it again.
We love you all.
Take care. God bless. And there's one more button, so don't go away. All right. See ya.